Hi guys, welcome back to Not Another Budget. I'm Nicole, and on this channel I do budgeting, I do prepping and hauls and things, I do some shopping reveals, and eventually there'll be tours of like my pantry and a little bit of Organised October and things like that I've been doing recently. But today's video is part of Organised October, and this was a video that I had planned to do at the end of this week, and I'm a little bit puffy and full of cold today on top of general health concerns, and it's a video that I'm actually doing as a little bit of an anxiety and a stress relief for me, because I don't know if you've heard of Dave Ramsey. You might have come across him as and when you've explored your budgeting thing, and you're working out what you're doing, and he has this thing called Murphy's Law, and for me that's what I call Sod's Law. And it's this whole idea where it's like the moment you start to get on track and you sit there and think, right, okay, I'm going to commit to this budgeting thing, I'm going to set up my emergency fund and do my budget, and I'll do it zero-based or catch budgeting, and I'll get happy mail, and then something comes along and drains your emergency fund or stops working, or you don't have an emergency fund and you need to pay out for something. And why am I mentioning, Murphy's Law, Sod's Law, Dave Ramsey? Well, now, I need to preface this, guys, by saying that I have had my cry and I've cuddled my cat and I've eaten my chocolate when I tell you that I lost my purse with the 370 odd pounds cash in there that I'd taken out of the bank, and my driving licence and my bank cards and my Boots Advantage card and my receipts. And I'm trying to keep a lid on this so I don't stress out too much on you, because that's not fair on you guys. But I'd gone out. If you'd seen my October week 2 budget, which is just gone, you'll have seen that my rent is coming out for you guys. As you're watching this on a Sunday, and that rent comes out tomorrow for me. And you'll have seen that I had decided to cash stuff. I think it was 360 odd pounds to set aside for the rent. And that was what I was guesstimating on. And I'd put a little bit in my spending category. So I thought, okay, well, I'm working a shift. I'll go through to the town. I'll get my cash out. I'll get some things after my shift. And I did. And then in between walking to the car, leaving the last shop and going back to the car, get in my car, put my key in the ignition, reach in to grab my sunglasses because there was a lovely bit of autumn sun. It was looking lovely out there today, guys. And my purse isn't there. And I check the car to see if it's fallen out. It's not in the car. It's not on the footwell. It's not there. And I go, oh. I go, oh. Insert expletive here. So I then retrace my steps. And in between retracing my steps and losing the purse, it's gone. So I have to go back to each of the places I've shopped in and just let them know that if a purse gets handed in, I have to, just let the police know that if a purse gets handed in, there is a purse missing, and I'd quite like it back, please, and this is how much I think is in there, and everything like that, because it's my ID, it's my driving licence, it's my cash for my rent, it's my receipts, which is slightly less important, and it's gone. So, as things stand, all of my direct debit standing orders have been stopped because there was no money in the account for them to get paid, because I'd withdrawn my cash out with the intention of repaying it back in. The rent is going out tomorrow, which it looks like the guarantor will be able to help with, and so again, that's going to increase my debt slightly. It's ordering new bank cards, getting the card stopped, it's reporting my driver's licence and going through that rigmarole of trying to get a new one ordered and reporting that as lost. Over half the receipts for this week just gone were in there because I hadn't emptied them out. So I can't do a full, accurate reconciliation of my budget for last week. And thankfully, the only thing I had done, because my purse was getting unreasonably heavy, was pull out my pound coin. So this is what I have. So I'm trying to be really, really, really matter of fact, because I think I could quite easily run around and just scream And I've had the stressy cry, like I've said. I've had an awful lot of chocolate in a very short space of time, so I will be paying for that at some point, I'm sure. And the cat has been squeezed almost half to death in cuddles as I've sobbed uncontrollably over his fur. And he's not great when his human cries. He just looks at me like I'm some kind of monster from the Blue Lagoon. So what I'm going to try and do, because what I'd always intended, right now there is nothing I can do with regards to the missing purse. I can't magic up the cash because I don't have an emergency fund. I can't get my cards here quicker. I can't get my driving license here quicker. Everything that I've done I can do. I hope that someone who, if they have found it, has taken it upon themselves to hand it back in. But times are hard and maybe not. In fact, I can't really, if I go down the rabbit hole of things are going to be great. I'll probably just fall into a pit, mentally speaking. So I'd always intended, once I had did my Happy Mail haul and everything was in, because I've got a lot of savings challenges here and I've got a lot kind of in this tin here that you can see. I'd always intended to go through and condense my binders because I wanted for the next 3 months up to the new year, so that's not even 3 months, that's November and December. I'd wanted to just go really concentrated on a couple of categories and really just define what challenges I was working on, with the intention of then starting the new year as obviously a new year, but giving myself 12 months to sort things out or changing my priorities and looking at the year ahead. And I want to get this lot filed away and sorted because I had started some savings challenges which I'd emptied and halfway through. And obviously I've got things here that could do with being organised. So that is what we're going to do this video, guys. It's probably going to run to a long one. I feel like I may have spoiled you with my slightly shorter videos recently. You shouldn't be fooled. There will always be a long video from myself. I'm just going to have to do this for the time being. I hope that my guarantor comes through for me, please. That will be lovely. And I have shot off an email to the letting agents just to make them aware that there may not be a direct debit into the account at 4 o'clock in the morning when they normally see it. It may be a little later in the day, but we will just have to wait and see. So first things first, I am going to do the 1p savings challenge. I don't yet have a specific category for this in mind. If we just... I need to do something quite fun and quite enjoyable, so I'm going to do this. And, you guys are here for the challenge, or here for the ride and here for the journey, and the journey is experiencing some bumps. We've hit quite a few speed bumps followed by a very large pothole. Let me know down in the comments what your Murphy's/Sod's Law thing was. If you had one when you started budgeting, what thing came along and just threatened to completely test your resolve and make you go, why am I doing this again? Is this really worth the trouble? Let me know. I'm curious and just nosy, I will be frank. So I'm going to pull out the 50p's because I have a separate challenge for those, and I'm also going to pull out the £1 coins and the £2 coins because I will be resuming my mandala challenge. So I'm going to clear those just to give me a bit of visual space. The lighting's probably not great today, guys. I couldn't be bothered to set up my lighting. That's the complete truth of it. I just went, nah. I just want to get on, film this. This stuff's taking up space. Let's just get this done because it will just sit on my windowsill again and I don't want it to. So we will come back and count those in a second. I think that's everything. And then once I've filmed this, I'll get everything scheduled and uploaded, and then we are back to normal. So I'm going to start with my coppers, and I think just do this as one section. You've got a large train going past. So we've got 10p. Oh, knocking the camera about, focusing issues again. So yeah, the week started off so well. I should have known that I don't have luck. That's why I don't even play the lottery, because I just don't win those things. So we've got 5, 16p. So we're going to put that in the rainy day fund. No, stop shaking. Welcome to the most random video from Not Another Budget. Nicole tries to avoid having a minor meltdown in today's episode. It's fine. I have had far more stressful situations in my life. I just thought I was done with that. Talking of stressful situations, I am in the process of applying for a better paid job. Obviously, I've been balancing the two, and there's one job which is wage 2, which is proving to be quite difficult for me to return to work and maintain health. Case in point, I've come down with a very bad cold, which on top of existing lung complaints is not ideal. So 30, 40, 50, 60, no! Ah! 75. So I'm just going to put those in the rainy day fund. So I have applied for 13 jobs as well today, complete with cover letters. I did a cover letter. Be proud of me, guys. I stifled my dislike of the things because I really don't like doing cover letters. They just take time. And went for those. So I'm trying to get my income up. I hope I can actually keep wage 1 on as well, even if it means I'm doing like a few more days than other people. But it'll be good if I can at least do 1 day a week there. And I've just applied for like a mix of things in the hope that people are so desperate for staff they like go, yeah, Nicole works, we can take her. So now we'll do my 10s. 30, 40, 50, 60, 70. Let's put you there for now. So yeah, guys, it's not been great. I was doing so well. I'd caught up on everything. I would much rather be on the 23-hour flight that my cousins are on at the minute going back to Australia. Hi, can I stow away, please? I hate spiders in every way, but I'll deal with like Australian spiders if I could stow away and just avoid this right now. Oh, okay, so I can do £3.40 in 20p's and I can do 70p in 10s. So that's good. We can get actually one of the larger ones chunked off. We've gone with a different colour for October. I'd forgotten what it was like to just have a normal cold. Right, it's almost come out of nowhere. So, sorry. When like I'm colouring in, like I like to just like focus and do. No. Oh, where have you gone? Bear with me, guys. It's all going Pete Tong. Welcome to Not Another Budget. Nicole throws money around, loses her purse, does silly things, and eats far too much chocolate. So at the minute, the the daily 1p savings challenge still doesn't have an assigned job. We'll see where we get to with it. It may be something that like I get to say £10 in 20p's, for example, and then I will bundle that into one of my other savings challenges. So I will let you guys know once I make a decision. But that can go up there for now. There are some shadows. I'm so sorry. I'm just not myself today. It's been awful. So the 2 challenges that I'm just trying to find that I had started the 50p challenge, and that was going in rewards, and I had also started the mandala challenge, and at the time that was going towards my house. Now I'd gotten to, how much had I gotten to here? How much is that? 1, 2, 3, 4. So I'd gotten to £4.50 in 50p. So we've got 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 450. So that's the 450 that I originally need to put back in, and then I've got another 2 there which I can cross off if I just grab my Sharpie. So hang on, 1, 2. I'm going to cross you off as well. Come back. And we're going to get back to those in a second. So now, where are we at with the mandala challenge? Okay. So I've got my £2, which is my one in the middle. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I've got the red 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We've got my dark light purple 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then the outside ones are £2 each, so 2, 4, 6. Actually, brilliant. So I have fully funded back what I had taken out, and I've got £1 left to go. Where's my navy pen? Is this the same colour? Can I do it? Yeah, it's close enough. So let's do you. Nice and in the lines, because I can't quite cope with that if that goes to pot today as well. So let's get you back. Let's get this back. The £1 savings challenge vinyl bag is back and on the way. Now, I want to go health at the minute, hell for leather on Christmas when it comes to my change roundup. Now at the minute I am partially spending as well, as and when I'm seeing things and I'm buying them. And at the minute I've been taking that out of my spending money. I did some Christmas spending out of my days out thing that I did with the family. I got some things there. So I want to go hell for leather on Christmas with my change. I think any notes that I may or may not be fortunate to roll over, I'm going to roll into my emergency fund. I think it's become quite important that now especially I get that one sorted. So these are going to sit into whichever purse I will be using in the future. Actually, have I reported my rewards cards missing? No. Mental reminder to do that. So I will use these in my whichever purse I use in the future. So those are going to be in use. So let's go to this is my long-term savings binder. So just a refresh, if you've not seen it already, we have emergency, holiday, bills, wedding, month over, car care, loan, technology, car funds. Now, the ones that I am going to focus on are emergency and month over. No, stop. Can you just do that, please? Thank you. So those are the two that I'm going to focus on there. So that can go up there. This is my standard spending folder, where everything will kind of live in here and have its own category. So we have food, cat, fuel, household, coffee, spendy, beauty, eating out, back to bank. So that for now is going to stay as is. There's going to be no change to this one here, because I'll just allocate that out on a weekly basis and then take the cash from those zippers as and when I actually go out. This one is my spending sinking fund. Now the 50p was in rewards. That's not a priority right now, quite frankly. Self-care, days out, Bowie, who's my cat, road trip, gifts, happy mail, health, my birthday, clothing, house, Christmas, which for some reason is missing an insert. So everything else is going to stay there. There's going to be no happy mail spending, and it breaks my heart to do that right now, but the emergency fund is far more important. And there's going to be no self-care, etc. for the time being. I may review these in a month's time if I end up with a different job. So what I'm going to do is the 50p challenge is also going to go into Christmas. So I'm running the 50p and the mandala challenge. Now, because this is very much a spending sinking fund category, I will withdraw as and when I need to, and I will just make a note of that. But that's all going to sit in there for now. Month over and emergency fund, I will try and aggressively cash stuff. Now, this arrived after I'd actually filmed my sinking fund challenge. Not my sinking fund, my Happy Mail. And it was one that I bought off Vinted. If anyone saw my Instagram stories, the seller was selling this for a £5, complete with the box and everything else, as you can see there. It's not an actual Saffiano, but it is an imitation Saffiano. And it's a little bit larger than I thought it would be actually. It is quite a chunky thing, but it comes with things like your envelopes, your stickers, your Filofax and stuff like that. So I'm just going to pull that out for now because it's not important. So you can go up there. Oh, everything's landed back up on the windowsill again. Never mind. So the ones that are going to go in here are my priorities. So we have Christmas, emergency, and month over. Open. Month over is the equivalent of 1 month ahead in my bills, i.e. stopping stuff like this happen. My emergency fund is only going to be a baby emergency fund of £500, and that's to cover things that are smaller. The original idea for that is that obviously I would have month over to pull from if needed. And then Christmas I want to go really aggressive on. I have been actively spending as well, which I have sort of tracked, but some of it is missing at the minute because those receipts are not there. I'm also running out of breath, guys. I'm just feeling a little bit run down, so I'm going to wrap this up quite shortly. Why aren't you sitting how I want you to sit? Maybe you need to go the other way. You can tell this is the first time I'm using this. So right now, I can't, for my own brain's sake, have myself spread too thin. I was all set to do like a nice cash stuffing, and it would have only gone in like one envelope. And I just rang my parents and had an absolute fit down the phone. I rang my guarantor and had a fit down the phone. Because the last thing I want to do is take on like more debt, and the money was cash, so it's not like it's come from my bank account and it's all federally protected. It was cash, so I don't know where I stand there. But this is where we're at. So actually this video may not be too long at all. I'm going to have to wrap it up because I really am struggling. I just wanted to give you guys an update on what's going on. When you're like, Nicole, there's no reconciliation. And it's like, yeah, about that stuff happened. Nicole, why is your guarantor giving you money? Well, about that. Yeah, it's not great. And when you're not feeling well either, like, you know, when you feel so rough that like your hair follicles hurt, does anyone have that? I know it's like tangent because of course it's me. You know when you're just feeling kind of fluey and rough and like your bones are aching, and then you're like, why do my hair follicles hurt? That's me right now. Like, I have hurting hair follicles. So just to reiterate, I've got lots of challenges going on. None of those are going to be looked at now until next year. My key focus between now and the end of December is the Mandala challenge and the 50p challenge to fund Christmas out of my spare change, my emergency fund and my month over. Please let me know your Murphy's Law horror stories. I have a morbid curiosity about what exactly yours are. And yeah, I'm intrigued. This is an interesting thing. Why is the table banging as well? Oh, such is life. Right, guys, that's the end of this really rather bizarre and slightly awful video. Thank you so much for watching. I'm sorry I couldn't be more entertaining, unless you're one of these people like me that finds dry sarcasm and just things going wrong mildly humorous, in which case I hope you've loved this video. Thank you to everyone who has subscribed, commented, liked, and I'm probably still now behind on comments again, so there's that status update for you. But thank you to anyone who has. Slightly different video, not a great day. It's been an awful day, and I'm just going to have to grit my teeth and get through it somehow. But thank you so much for watching. I'm going to love you and leave you. and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.